It is that time of year, you guys, where we transition from summer to fall, and since in Minnesota that transition means staying indoors more as the weather turns cooler, I love to decorate for the colder months and really bring the outdoors in and make it feel a lot more warm and inviting in our home, since we will be spending a lot more time in here. So today I'm going to take you guys along on decorating a little bit for fall and do a little tour of our main living area. So this is the first year I'm doing like a full fall decorating. I still don't have a whole lot, and I'm glad for that. I don't want it to feel too cluttered, as we are trying to live a more minimalistic approach. But now in Minnesota, since we are stuck indoors all the time, especially closer to November, I just really wanted it to feel warm and cozy in here. And I do run a daycare, so I think it's fun for the kids to have a nicely decorated home to spend their days in Monday through Friday, as well as my two daughters. So I shopped at Target, Hobby Lobby, and the Dollar Tree mainly for these items, and a few I already had on hand. So I got these frames at TJ Maxx, and I'm gonna be filling them with these two photos of our girls, and I'm gonna try to make this a yearly tradition to get photos of them in front of the pumpkins, and I will add to this frame collection every year. This pumpkin was from Target in the dollar spot. It was $3. This was from Hobby Lobby. I love it. I got this cross from a friend. It says blessed on the side. I'm gonna try to figure out where I can hang this. Some of these pumpkins I already had on hand, and some are from the Dollar Tree. This was from the Dollar Tree a few years ago. I got a couple fall scented candles from Kirkland's this year. They were on sale. This Thankful and Blessed pillow was from Hobby Lobby. These burlap leaves were from the Dollar Tree. I may not use them right now, but I will use them for Thanksgiving. This orange buffalo check runner was from TJ Maxx. We love Berenstain Bears around here. I'm probably gonna put this on the coffee table for our girls. It's $3 a one. That was from TJ Maxx. This little truck was from Target. These I had on hand, all of these. I don't even remember where they're from, probably thrifted and just random places. This was from TJ Maxx a few years ago. It's a candle. These the fall foliage and little pumpkin picks were from the Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby from a couple years ago. And then I also picked up this tiered tray from Hobby Lobby. It was on sale because it was from the fall collection, because I do want to add more decor over here. Not a whole lot, and I do have a lot of little hands in this room Monday through Friday, so I didn't want too much, but I would like to decorate it a little bit so it's not just stuff over here and over here. As you can see, our home has a lot of balance of white and dark and a lot of neutrals, and I really like this because it allows us to add in pops of color for the holidays and the different seasons if we want. We do have a lot of little pops of color throughout our house of little light blues and reds and oranges, but nothing too overpowering, so it just makes it really easy to decorate throughout the year. And we do just naturally have a lot of character in our home with the dark cabinets, and we've got dark beams running along the ceiling. We've got the brick fireplace in the dining room that just really warms up the space. So I just think the fall is a perfect time to really incorporate those warmer colors, since we will be staying indoors so much, and just really help us enjoy the natural character of our home. So I'm super excited to take you guys along as I decorate for fall. It's nothing too crazy, but just enough to really brighten up and warm up the space. I am going to light this pumpkin spice latte candle from Kirkland's. It smells so good. I smell the coffee and the fall scents, just to make it a little more festive while I am decorating. So to start off, I am decorating this little console table next to our bay window, and I haven't had this console table here for very long, and it definitely needed something on it. So this tier tray is perfect to add some height, and it really allows lots of little pops of whimsy and just cute little pumpkins and the little truck, and I just love how this came together. And it allowed me to put the candles a little higher up, since I do have my own kids who get into everything at this age right now. I knew I wanted to display some of our recreated photos that we do every year in front of the pumpkins. We started when we had our second
daughter and she was a newborn, and now we plan to recreate it every year. And I just love having these photo displays where you can recreate it throughout the years. I think it's so cute. We do the same thing for Christmas and Easter, and so I just had to remove the stickers and clean up the frames that I got at TJ Maxx and just get it all nice and clean and then put the photos in, and I absolutely love how this turned out. Moving on, we have this little white cabinet right inside our front door, and it's just the perfect little nook to put little knickknacks and decor. I love these little white pumpkins with the little pine cones and just the pops of orange. It's a perfect little welcome area for when people enter our home. Of course, I had to do a couple changes on our beautiful shelves above our buffet, but I didn't want to do too much because I really like the balance of white here, and I like to keep it pretty much the same throughout the year. But I love this pumpkin patch sign, and I found a place for the little cross and a candle and some pumpkins just to add a little touch of fall here. On our mantle, I don't like to switch it up too much. I really like the balance of white, and I don't want to overdo it, and it's not a very big mantle, so I just added the little silver can with the foliage. To our farmhouse table, I added this buffalo check runner. It's kind of like a burnt orange color, and then I just used what we had on hand, just some clementine oranges and some peaches as decor. I love to do that when I can. And then I just added a white butter dish and our red salt and pepper shakers, and then just a little vase of some fake flowers that I pulled from a little flower arrangement I did last year that I had on hand until I have time to run to the store and switch that out. In the kitchen, in this little corner, I just like to display in front of this butcher block cutting board, and so I just added some decor pieces here. It just makes it a little fun and festive, and we don't use that corner anyway. And then I just moved my lunches being served sign above our sink in the window. I just think that's really pretty. And next to our coffee pot, I just brought over a sign I already had in the house and a little glass pumpkin filled with some more of those pine cones and white pumpkins. Look in the living room, you also can see from the front door, I just found this little peach plaque that I had in the basement. I love vintage like seed art and things like that. And then I added a blue vase with some more of those fake flowers, a pumpkin, and then a frame with our daughter's last Halloween photo. I just think that's so adorable and fun to look at. As for photos, now this isn't necessarily something I'm changing just for the fall, but I found that it was high time that I change out the photos in this arrangement because most of the photos still had our second daughter, who's almost 2. She was still a newborn in a lot of the photos. So I just am switching out a bunch of the photos for more updated ones, trying to fit in family members and things like that, because this is a central location in our home where we spend a lot of time, and our daughters love to look at these photos. So I wanted to update some with their photos as well that I took this past 4th of July. I just think this is a good time to kind of refresh every year some of the photos and just make it more current for our family, since with little kids, they're constantly growing. And of course, we had to add our cat Artie, who's the new addition to our family. In the living room, I don't usually change out a lot on the shelves, but I've picked up this Berenstain Bear book, so I just thought it was a perfect place to display, and our girls have already been reading it and loving it, so that's a perfect spot for it. And then I just switched out this one pillow just to make it a little more festive but not go overboard.
In the living room, I didn't change a whole lot, but the few changes I did make definitely make it feel a little cozier, a little more fall, and just a little more of our present family life, because we did change the photos. So I'm loving that little change, and it's just one way that decorating really does bring a family together in some ways, because now my little girls will love looking at these updated photos, especially my almost 2-year-old will love to point out the changes and the new people she sees up here, and definitely can see herself reflected a lot more since she's a lot bigger than she was in those old photos. I even switched out my magazines to be more fall inspired there, and just the little Halloween book from the Berenstain Bears. We love the Berenstain Bears. I picked that up at Hobby Lobby, and my girls are so excited to start reading more fall inspired books, and since we do have kids here, I do like to incorporate little hints of that in here to make it more fun for them. I didn't show, but I also added a couple more frames and some more family and friend photos here. And I love just the little pop of fall over in this little corner where my kids usually play. I'm absolutely loving how our dining room came together. I just think it's such a wonderful room, especially in the colder months. It just looks warm and cozy even without any decor. And I just think the oranges and reds that I mixed in really fit well with the beautiful brick fireplace and the dark farmhouse table, but I love the balance of white. I know my girls are going to be so excited to see their photos here. They're some of our favorites, and they're going to love these little pops of fall and pumpkins and candles here. I didn't change out much here, but I just love the little pop of orange. And then I absolutely love this pumpkin patch sign. I just think it's so cute. And just a little other touch of fall here. Nothing too crazy, nothing that's hard to switch out come Christmas time, but this will definitely last us through Thanksgiving. And then with the runner, I decided to just fold it in half because I usually have a lot of kids sitting here and I don't want them touching it, and that way it's easy to move on and off the table if we need to, but it's still the little pop of orange in here. And this is one of my favorite little nooks to decorate because you see it right when you walk in the front door, and you can see it right around the corner from the kitchen. It's just a cute little nook that we see every day, and I think it's very inviting. And then in the kitchen, I didn't do too much, but it's just enough to make it a little festive. I love this back corner to decorate because it is way far back and we don't ever really cook right here, so it's a nice spot to display the little pumpkin against the butcher block cutting board, and just the little felt pumpkins, my kitchen prayer, and the little stick pumpkin. And then over here, just the little gather sign. I love mixing whites and wood tones in this kitchen because it does have the dark wood, which is definitely not my favorite, but I think it lends itself well to lots of white and a mix of different wood tones, so I really like how that came together as well. I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along and decorating with me. I had a lot of fun making this video. If you like this kind of video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so I know to make more of these. And I would love to know in the comments or on our community tab, if our comments are disabled, you can find the thumbnail for this video and comment there. Let me know, do you guys decorate for fall? Do you decorate for every season? Do you decorate for every holiday? I would love to know. There's no right or wrong, no judgment here, but I just love to know. I typically decorate for just the fall and the Christmas winter season, and then most time in the summertime, I just let our house pretty just muted, and we really just like to be outside as much as possible. So I would love to know your answer to that question. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the fall season, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.